Hey, welcome to 10-Minute Daily Reality Check, where every single day I give you a new sense of reality, something to think about, something to ponder, something to just say to yourself, self-help doesn't have to suck. Today, I've got a great guest, and as all of you know, I'm big into health and wellness and fitness and taking care of your mind, body, and soul. I believe your stomach is your second brain, and I believe your original brain is the thing that really can control whether or not you're going to be fit and slim and sexy and amazing this summer. Now, I know a lot of you have tried many of the diets. There's the gluten-free diet. There's the Confessions of the Wall Street diet. Yeah, that's no idea what that diet is. There's the not watching TV diet. There's the anti-cardio diet. There's the no eating pizza diet. You get my drift. There's a diet invented every single day with amazing marketing buzz, great words that literally will make you feel full of fear that if you don't do this diet, you're never going to get skinny. Man, I love marketers. They're so great. They really know how to push your buttons down and make you feel terrified if you don't try it out. And the marketer who's doing all the writing and copywriting, well, usually he's eating or she's eating Doritos. She's or he is overweight. They don't do any of the diet that they say, but they know how to write copy, so you get suckered into it. Well, I've got something controversial today. I got Dr. Nina. Dr. Nina lives in Calabasas. It's a cute little community about 30 miles from where I live. But of course, we're not doing this in person, because if we had to do this in person, it would take 17 hours of our day. It would take me about 13 hours to get there. I would curse out everybody in the world in traffic. I would lose weight because there's the Los Angeles traffic driving diet where you just sit there and stress out and you lose pounds by the second. Dr. Nina says it doesn't really matter what you eat. It doesn't really make a difference what the diet is. So this is kind of controversial. I understand it because that's my belief system, but explain it to them. I mean, wow, this is going to get them shocked today as they try to fit into that bikini or that mankini for this summer. And we lost Dr. Nina.
I'm back.
Okay, good. We do that. That's the beauty of LA Wi-Fi also. It's a heavily trafficked area that I live in. So all of a sudden, there must be 7,000 geeks talking all at once. So one time we're going to get Dr. Nina. Tell us about this great new way to lose and be good.
Well, I call it lose weight without dieting, because here's the thing about the word diet. Never trust a 4-letter word where the first 3 letters spell die. Quote, it's by Taryn Brumfitt. She's a body image activist, but she's really onto something, because it's really not about what you're eating that's the problem. It's what's eating at you. And diets fail because the anticipation of not being able to eat what you want will make you want it more. And if you're thinking about not having pizza or pasta or ice cream, then you've got food on the brain all day, and that puts the focus on the wrong thing, which is what you're eating instead of why. And ultimately, diets fail because they only deal with food. They don't address the underlying conflicts that make you turn to food in the first place. And there are many reasons for that. But when you stop saying, oh, I'm going to be good and only eat salad, and oh, I was bad because I ate ice cream, then you allow yourself to have the choice, then you can make the healthy choice that's right for you, not out of some future deprivation. Like last Halloween, I was trick-or-treating with my kids, and at the end of the night, like, she had one of those giant king-size pillowcases. Like, Mom, I'm hungry. I said, well, okay, have some candy. And she said, I don't want candy. I want real food. And her friend, whose parents were going to confiscate her giant pillowcase and only give her 2 pieces a day for the rest of all time because they were afraid she was going to eat too much sugar. Her friend was eating like 20, 30 pieces and ended up getting sick, because that's the anticipation of deprivation. When you can eat candy anytime you want, you can decide whether you want it or not. And that's how you lose weight without dieting. You learn new ways of attending to yourself when you're upset, so you're not using food to comfort yourself or distract yourself, or even turn emotional pain into physical pain, which people do when they eat so much their stomach hurts. That's a way of converting emotional pain to physical pain. So when you attend to what's going on with yourself, then food becomes food.
That's interesting, and it's so true because it's our relationship with our mindset based around what it is. If you truly believe, and your thoughts become your beliefs become your outcomes. So if you think that if you eat a bag of Doritos, you're going to get fat, sure enough, those Doritos will make you fat. If you think that, eating sugar, and I mean, look, granted, we all know healthy food is better food, right? And binging is not something that anybody should really do because it makes you sick. It's your body's way of saying enough is enough. But it is the relationship with food. And it's interesting because when I was younger, I had bad stomach, bad stomach. That was, my thing, right? My mom would always say, don't, when you hold David, you better have a vomit cloth because he's going to throw up all over you, right? And, all I heard was over and over and over again how bad my stomach was. So my entire, grammar school years and, teenage years and college years was, every single time I ate something, I would think to myself, man, is my stomach going to hurt? Am I going to get a stomach ache from this? I hope I don't get a stomach ache from this. I know pizza makes me feel like I get a stomach ache. I know I shouldn't be eating milk because it makes me have a stomach ache. I got to be careful what I eat. I got to be, careful about everything. So I basically had stomach aches for the first 30 years of my life. Till finally I went to a nutritionist and she looked at me and she gave me, a couple of people gave me, one guy gave me fiber to do and said, you'll never have a stomach ache again. And sure enough, I didn't have a stomach ache for a long time because I thought the fiber was doing it, right? And then somebody told me to drink greens in the morning and she says, you're not going to have a stomach ache anymore because your stomach is, it's alkalized now. And all of a sudden I stopped having stomach aches. My stomach still is always been, a digestive challenge for me. So there's things that I can and can't eat. And I know when I binge, I know I'm going to feel lousy, but I don't get stomach aches anymore. I don't get that blinding feeling of pain and agony. And it's all the way we've been programmed.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many people come in and tell me, "Oh, I'm so sensitive. I'm really sensitive. I'm much more sensitive than other people, and I can't handle my emotions." And when we talk about it, I realize they've been told that they are super sensitive, but really they're just human. They're just having actual emotions. And the problem in our culture is we have no tolerance for feelings. Like if you have an anger management problem, get yourself to anger management classes. If you're sad, you're depressed, take a pill. Same thing with anxiety. Hey, take a pill. So our culture tells us, don't. Then what happens if you still have feelings? A lot of people use food to numb out, to comfort themselves, to soothe themselves. So when you get right with your feelings and you say, I'm not sensitive, I'm not oversensitive, I'm human, these are normal reactions that I'm allowing myself to feel, then you don't need food for comfort because you're comforting yourself with words.
So when you work with somebody and when you coach them, what is the process that you go through? Because this is something that I truly, this is so funny. You are what you eat. You are. You are what you believe. You are what you feel. Our feelings, we can create whatever feelings we want in life. I mean, there's no limit to how we can live our lives. I mean, and a lot of people just don't understand that because once again, when you're constantly marketed 24/7 with messaging of magic pills and buttons and potions and lotions, anybody would much rather take that approach because you don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is swallow this magic green pill 13 times a day. And like magic, you're going to drop 100 pounds. So when you work with somebody, is there a distinct way you do it?
Yes. First, what is eating at them? Because often they'll say something, well, everyone comes in and tells me they're a food addict, and I don't believe in food addiction. In my new book, Food for Thought, I really did a lot of research into this, and although people feel like they're food addicts, if anything, it's an addiction to eating rather than an addiction to food. They're not, they may feel addicted to the substance of food, but it's really, they're addicted to using eating to resolve a problem. So what I do is slow things down for them and help them recognize what is going on inside that is leading to food, because often people get so good at going right to food, they don't even know that sometimes they don't even register that something's upsetting them. They're just like, all of a sudden, I just was ice cream. I'm addicted to food. And when we break it down and we look back and see what was happening right before they had that thought, when ice cream is calling their name, we find out that there's something in their minds, something in their minds and their emotions that was going on that are distracting themselves from. And so I actually developed a formula to help people recognize if they don't have me, either in my private practice or on my online programs, if they don't have access to me, how do they figure it out? And I actually developed a formula that helps people figure out what's going on inside. And then they learn how to respond differently to themselves, because a lot of times people are really mean to themselves, like they're really vicious. They'll say something like I can't believe I ate that, I suck, I have no willpower. Or they'll be like, I told myself, you have no willpower, you suck, you're never going to lose weight, you're a total loser, no one will ever love you at this weight. Ugh. And I think they eat just to get away from their own mean voice. So I teach them how to respond differently to themselves. Like I say, if a friend of yours said that she ate too much pizza, would you say, God, you suck, you have no willpower, you're a loser? No. And people are like, no, I'd never say that. No, no, no. I'd say like, oh, there must be a reason, or it's okay, it's not the end of the world. They're so comforting to other people, but not to themselves. And so I really teach them to undo the internal critical responses that have become so automatic, and develop and cultivate and practice a different way of responding to themselves. Because when you're nice to yourself, you don't use food to be nice.
I like that. I like that. It's healthy. It's uplifting. It is positive. And I think a lot of people, I know, I've dealt with a lot of clients who want to meet men and they're overweight, and the way they talk about themselves is always in such a negative way, and their whole life they've heard it. They've heard until you lose weight, and I can't meet anybody unless I lose weight. I'm down 50 pounds, but I want to keep losing weight. And there's an exercise I did years ago with a woman. I sent her in a Home Depot. She was overweight. And I said, I want you to go there. I want you to look at all the men that are there. And I want you to look at the women that are there with men. Do they look like you? She came back. She said, yeah, I saw a lot of women that look like me with rings on their finger. I said, well, then men like women like you. Now go out and meet somebody. And she felt really good. And she actually went out and met somebody because she realized she was perfect the way she was. And what happened was, once she accepted who she was and once she accepted where she was at, it was a beautiful transformation because the weight started shedding. All of a sudden, the cardio she was doing was like magic. And it's all mindset. So we're out of time. So I know you've got one final thought. Tell them where they can reach you as well, too, because this is only 10 minutes, and we got 10 new minutes of reality about dating and really losing weight and having a relationship with your body, mind, and food that's far better. So Dr. Nina, where can they reach you, and what's your final thought on this?
They can reach me at winthedietwar.com. And right now I'm giving away a free ebook called How to Get Through the Night Without Binging. So they can get that for free, and they can sign up to be on my list and get lots and lots of food for thought content from me to help them win the diet war. And I guess my last thought is, there's always hope. No matter what is going on, no matter how much you feel like it's hopeless, nothing's ever going to change. As long as you have a pulse, there is hope. So believe in yourself.
Beautiful. I love it. I will definitely have you back on because this is definitely a topic that we've never covered before, and we will cover it again. For the rest of you, share this to anybody that you know who has a bad relationship with body, mind, and food, okay? Because I think it's a very important thing for them to look at as they search for magic pills, potions, and lotions to help them lose the weight. It could be just a real, attitude shift away. Anyway, for self-help that doesn't suck every single day, go to the 10-minute daily reality check. I'll be back tomorrow as always. Dr. Nina, thank you. And for the rest of you, have a wonderful day.